Football usually celebrates speed, power, and spectacle. But every generation produces a rare talent who controls the game with calm intelligence rather than noise. Florian Wirtz is not flashy. He doesn't demand attention. He earns it, with vision, timing, and decisions that feel effortless.
I think I'm quite sure about it. It was a relief for him. That this I could see after his reaction, after he scored the goal. And the same I saw with his teammates. I think they were really happy for him.
When the ball reaches his feet, the game slows down. Defenders hesitate. Spaces appear.
It was outstanding, causing all kinds of problems. He now looks like he's
found his feet, hasn't he?
Found his feet.
From a quiet German town to the center of Europe's elite football stage, this is the story of a prodigy who grew into a mastermind.
So you're moving everybody in, and it's an upheaval. You know, it's part of the job. We've all done it. But sometimes you don't know how it affects players differently. It takes them a little bit longer.
This is the journey of Florian Wirtz. 1. Childhood roots, football in the family. Florian Richard Wirtz was born on May 3, 2003 in Pulheim, a small town near Cologne, Germany. Football was deeply rooted in his family. His father, Hans-Joachim Wirtz, was a former semi-professional footballer and later a youth coach. His mother was also closely involved in football development. From an early age, Florian was raised in an environment of discipline, structure, and learning. Not pressure. There was no rush, only understanding. At just 4 years old, he joined local club SV Grün-Weiß Brauweiler. Even then, coaches noticed something unusual. He didn't chase the ball blindly. He anticipated where it would go. 2. Early signs of brilliance. While other children relied on energy and speed, Wirtz relied on awareness. He positioned himself intelligently, passed with purpose, and understood space instinctively. His father focused heavily on technique, decision-making, and game intelligence rather than physical strength. These foundations would later define Florian's playing style. It quickly became clear this was not an ordinary talent. 3rd FC Köln Academy, structured development. In 2010, at just 7 years old, Florian Wirtz joined the youth academy of 1 FC Köln. This was his first step into elite football development. The training was more intense. The expectations were higher. Yet Wirtz adapted instantly. Playing mostly as an attacking midfielder, he dominated games well beyond his age group. He scored, assisted, and controlled matches with maturity that surprised coaches. By his early teenage years, he was already considered one of the brightest talents in Germany. 4. The controversial switch, Bayer Leverkusen. In January 2020, at the age of 16, Florian Wirtz made a bold and controversial decision. He left FC Köln and joined Bayer Leverkusen. The move sparked debate across German football. Cologne felt betrayed. Media questioned whether the step was too big, too soon. But Leverkusen saw what others didn't: mental maturity. From his very first training sessions, Wirtz looked comfortable among senior professionals. He wasn't intimidated. He belonged. 5th Bundesliga debut, history begins. On May 18, 2020, Florian Wirtz made his Bundesliga debut for Bayer Leverkusen against Werder Bremen. He was just 17 years old. Only weeks later, on June 6, 2020, he scored against Bayern Munich, becoming the youngest goal scorer in Bundesliga history at the time. Against the biggest club, on the biggest stage, without fear. German football had found a new gem. 6th breakthrough season, Europe takes notice. The 2020-21 season marked Wirtz's true breakthrough. Despite his age, he became a regular starter for Leverkusen. Operating as a number 10, he dictated tempo with remarkable calm. He delivered goals and assists, but more importantly, he controlled games. Leverkusen's attack revolved around him. European scouts began paying close attention. A new creative force had arrived. 7th international recognition, Germany's new architect. In September 2021, Florian Wirtz made his debut for the German national team. Once again, he looked completely at ease. Germany, a nation built on midfield excellence, had found its next playmaker. Comparisons followed, but Wirtz stayed grounded. He focused on improvement, not headlines. 8. Rising momentum, the star emerges. The 2021-22 season started brilliantly. Wirtz was Leverkusen's creative leader. Every attack flowed through him. His confidence grew. His influence expanded. Then everything stopped. 9. The setback, a CL injury. In March 2022, disaster struck. Florian Wirtz suffered a torn ACL, one of football's most serious injuries. At just 18 years old, his rapid rise was suddenly paused. He missed the rest of the season and the 2022 World Cup. For a player built on rhythm and creativity, the mental challenge was immense. 10 recovery, a test of character. Rehabilitation became his new battlefield. Months of pain, patience, and repetition followed. There were no shortcuts. Wirtz stayed disciplined, focused, and mentally strong. Those close to him noticed something important. His belief never faded. He trusted himself. He trusted the process. 11. Comeback, stronger and smarter. The 2022-23 season marked his return. Minutes were managed carefully at first. But once rhythm returned, the brilliance followed. Wirtz came back smarter. Better positioning. Sharper decision-making. Greater tactical awareness. He wasn't just back, he had evolved. 12. Present club. Bayer Leverkusen's main man. At Bayer Leverkusen, Florian Wirtz was the creative heartbeat of the team. Under manager Xabi Alonso, he dictates tempo, breaks defensive lines, and creates under pressure. Teammates looked to him for solutions. At Leverkusen, he was not just a star, he was the system. Or 14, the Premier League challenge, a record move. However, the story didn't end in Germany. In a blockbuster move, Florian Wirtz joined Liverpool FC for a staggering transfer fee of £110 million. The world's eyes were on Anfield, and the pressure of the price tag was immediate. 15. Mentality, calm under pressure. Pressure doesn't rush Wirtz, it sharpens him. Big matches, tight moments, aggressive opponents, he remains composed. Even after injury, his confidence never wavered. This calm mentality is what separates good players from great ones. 16. Leadership beyond his years. Though young, Wirtz leads through actions, not words. His movement sets the tempo. His decisions guide the team. Under Xabi Alonso, he has become the reference point of the attack. 17. Transfer rumors, patience over hype. Europe's biggest clubs are watching. Real Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern Munich. Yet Wirtz remains focused. He values development over distraction. When he moves, it will be at the right time. 18. Legacy in the making. It is early to define a final legacy, but foundations are clear. Wirtz has faced pressure, expectations, and serious injury, and emerged stronger. He is building something lasting. Conclusion. The architect of tomorrow. From the quiet streets of Pulheim to Europe's brightest nights, Florian Wirtz's journey is a story of patience, discipline, and belief. He didn't arrive with noise. He arrived with control. Today, he is the brain of Bayer Leverkusen. Tomorrow, he may become the heartbeat of European football. Florian Wirtz is not just a rising star. He is an architect, building greatness one intelligent decision at a time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, like, comment, and subscribe for more football stories. Who do you think Florian Wirtz will become? Let us know in the comments below.